Hello my friends, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In yesterday's video, we finished exploring Valrio and picked up Sarah and Vivian as new members of the Inquisition. And they are companions as well because I was able to give them, go through and spec them all out how I wanted them to be. And on my way back up here to Thren's table, I heard Segret being a shady merchant and some people complimenting Vivian's looks and some people bashing them. So it's very interesting. So in today's video, I do want to work on the Threat Remains quest. And this is just a continuation of why we went to Valrio to begin with. The update simply says that the Templars have abandoned Valrio and the rest of the Inquisition should hear of the Lord Seeker's plan. So I have to give, I'm assuming, my War Council people an update. But then I have the two quests here to go contact the Templars, or I just need to go and talk to Fiona too. So I have those two options as well. But before all that gets started, I do have a requisition to turn in because several videos ago, Mother Giselle asked us to work on this healing mixture requisition, and I had all the stuff and put off doing it, but now it's done and should be off of my to-do list. Yeah, you guys should. So, Lotus and Root quest completed and more power. Yay. I feel like I'm just going to be getting lots of power, like an obscene amount, which makes me wonder how much some of these things are going to cost in the future. So, let's go into the chantry. Oh, cutscene right away.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
Of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
Yeah, going was worth a risk. I don't know. I mean, it's fine now, but at least we made contact, maybe? I guess?
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
Yeah.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Or not at all. We should meet the mages, we should find the Templars, we must choose soon. Yeah, we probably just need to choose soon.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
Which could work in our advantage, right? You think it's a trap?
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
Okay, what are those options?
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
Yeah, it does sound rather suspicious.
It does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the Hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if you can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
And I leveled! Hurrah! Unlocked the Grey Wardens. And I completed the Threat Remains. Man, I have had that quest for a while. And oh, there's all sorts of new quests and things and stuff to go and do. So let's look at my quest log first. So I still have the In Hushed Whispers, which was to go talk to the rebel mages. And then there's the Templar ones. And then the Lone Warden, one of Liliana's agents, reported a man calling himself Blackwall, dressed in full Grey Warden regalia and last seen traveling through the Ferelden hinterlands. With so many wardens disappearing in the wake of the Divine's death, this Blackwall should be questioned. Okay. And the captain of the Chargers. A persistent messenger wants to have a word. Speak to the messenger. Okay. Did I have anything else new? Rifts on the farm. Okay. Well, before I go and do what I wanted to do next, actually, I wanted to do two things first. The first of which is look at my codexes, because instead of going to talk to Vivienne and Sarah right now, I want to save those for later videos because they tend to take like a whole video. I want to read their codex entries. I had just caught up on everything else, but apparently more was added. So the first one I wanted to go through first was Grand Enchanter Fiona's codex entry, because I figured that would be interesting to read on video. So Grand Enchanter Fiona is considered an anomaly among mages. She is, for instance, the only member of the Circle of Magi ever to leave due to recruitment by the Grey Wardens and then return. The circumstances of that return are largely unknown, but the notoriety she gained within the circle allowed her to rise rapidly in the ranks. She became first enchanter of the Montsimard Tower and then elected Grand Enchanter at the college in Cumberland. The latter was based on her advocacy for greater mage freedom, a view she claimed her time with the Wardens supported. Urging for a vote on the matter led to the College of Enchanters' dissolution in 940 Dragon, and then when a vote was attempted secretly, the Lord Seeker Lambert of the Seekers of the Truth arresting Fiona and her fellow enchanters. That sentence was clunky, or I read it wrong. Following their flight to the ruin of Andoral's Reach, the escaped mages held and passed a final vote on the Circle of Magi's independence. This began the Mage Rebellion. While Fiona no longer holds the official position of Grand Enchanter, most mages still consider her an integral part of the rebellion's leadership. Yes. And then, oh, what was her picture? Okay. And then we had Sarah. This report by Josephine has been defaced numerous times in different hands. On Sarah, Red Jenny, and Valsissima Lady Parts von Knucklefronts. It falls to me to comment on this Red Jenny, for as a creature of the court, I must have seen the effect of her actions, although I cannot be certain. Does that make them effective or ineffective? What I know is that she has vexed cities guardsmen across Thedas and always escaped. Accessing all available records, it seems clear that there have been multiple embodiments of the name, often at the same time. The limitations of communication are such that this is impossible to verify in the moment. A crude drawing of a guard with her breeches at her ankles. The severity of the attributed actions vary wildly, from petty to outright vicious, while official reports label these actions unfair. I have knowledge of many named as victims, and several are of suspect character. Sarah would call them something altogether untoward. Yes, Mum, shits, the lot of them. There are tales of Red Jenny targeting criminals, slavers, and even assassin guilds. The benefit of having a local is that they are invested in regional concerns. Although this obviously varies, I can discern no protocol. Don't need a title to be awful and deserve it. So who is our Red Jenny? She has been amusing herself in Valrio for some time. Although it is clear from her accent that she is deeply Ferelden, she met with outright laughter my inquiry as to whether she had any special elven concerns that I could address. I have conferred with Liliana about the danger of this group, and our estimation is that this incarnation of Red Jenny is at least a good distraction. Aw, the scary one cares. That's funny. And then Vivienne met Iron Lady. An assiduous and talented scholar, Vivienne rose rapidly through the ranks of Montsimard's circle, which was the same one that Fiona was at. Interesting. When made a full-fledged enchanter, she elected to join no fraternity, a decision that shocked colleges but may have been a calculated maneuver. When she successfully applied to be appointed enchanter to the imperial court, nearly every fraternity clamored for her favor in hopes of having a representative at the empress's ear. She was voted first enchanter of Montsimard at an age young enough to cause scandal. The circle wildly regards her as the most shrewd and disciplined mage in Orlais. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I did catch up on the other couple codex entries. Nothing, I mean, it's the Grey Wardens and a Chantry excerpt. So I wanted to go in here and work on a couple of War Table missions because I know there was one before we went to Valrio that I skipped over, so I wanted to check out the Orlais side of the table. Oh, I have an Inquisition perk. Oh, well, let me look and see what I should pick. Okay, well, I did end up going with Underworld Knowledge. It looks like there is a bonus XP percentage for unlocking a lot of these knowledges, which gives me extra, and this is like, it unlocks extra XP when I open Codex entries, and then it gives me special dialogue options, which are a must. I like all things lore-related opened up to me. And there are so many War Table missions now. So the last time there was, I think, contact with valo-kas mercenaries. That's the one I wanted to look at first. So it says, Adar, I heard you were dead. Oh, okay. And then a prisoner. And then maybe you fell out of the fade and landed on your head and forgot who you were. Seriously, stop that. We still haven't been paid. Some of our kith made it out of that giant shithole full of demons after the explosions. The rest are dead or missing. I don't know how many were rounded up by angry humans. If you're not dead and you remember who you are, help me find our brothers and sisters. Shruk Rakar. P.S. If you forgot who you are, I'll remind you. Your name is Adar. You're a Vashath. You didn't get paid for being blown. You didn't get paid for being blown up. P.P.S. If you are dead, disregard this message. So I can do any of the three of them. Cullen can send a patrol to find the scattered Tal-Vashath mercenaries in the wilderness. Liliana says many Tal-Vashath were likely captured and imprisoned after the Conclave or agents could free them. And then Josephine, the nobles are likely keeping Kunari from crossing their lands so we can negotiate passage. I'm going to go with Liliana because I feel like, didn't I remember they were hired by not Josephine, oh my gosh. They were hired by the Divine to like be like the police of the Conclave. And I feel like Liliana would have had a hand in that. So I feel like she kind of needs to help clean up the mess.
Let's see what we have.
And it says, Adar, Kato came back looking like she crawled out of the dragon's mouth. Some of the others too. Most of them wounded, all of them angry, but alive. Alive is important. They said they were sprung from some noble's dungeon by people in eyeball armor. I assume that's your doing. Thanks. Shukrar. I'm saying it wrong. P.S. Good work on not being dead. P.P.S. We still haven't been paid. I have a battle axe and amulet of power. That's really funny. Okay, let's do a couple more. We'll do one more in Orlais, then we'll do one in Ferelden, and then we'll move on. The Chantry remains. The confrontation with Mother Havara in the Valrio market had the desired effect. To a point, the Chantry's condemnation of the Inquisition was lost amid a flurry of speculation over the actions of Lord Seeker Lucius, as well as divide in the opinions of the remaining Chantry clerics. There are, however, clerics still loudly denouncing the Herald of Andraste. The Inquisition could leave them to their speeches, but dealing with them before the Chantry elects a new divine could be of benefit. So any of the three again. Cullen wants to send a contingent of Inquisition soldiers to the Grand Cathedral. They can offer protection, and their visibility will remind the clerics they are not out of reach. I'm not comfortable with that. Liliana says these clerics were not the Conclave for a reason. They all have secrets and weaknesses we should exploit. They probably weren't there because they weren't important enough to be there, right? And Josephine says a delicate hand is needed. We should focus on clerics who can be swayed, make their voices louder than those who oppose us. I like that plan. Diplomacy won the day. The clerics chose to receive aid. have been most appreciative and have successfully drowned out our detractors. This caused an internal struggle, clerics hiring thugs to kill other clerics. I was forced to intervene. Such despicable behavior from those who aspire to the Sunburst throne. The mood in the Grand Cathedral is tense, but for now the Chantry can be counted our political ally. All right. And then I said one in Ferelden, and there seems to be many. So I have a Cult of Andraste, Red Jenny needs bees. And then, oh no, that's that. Oh, Black Empowerment, I'm not supposed to look at that. Well, let's do the Red Jenny one, because that seems way more fun than Cult of Andraste. Although Cult of Andraste, is that to do with the dragon people who aren't here anymore? I do not know how someone would come to this idea, but I can see the use. It's a large area to search, however. A memo from Josephine written on a note from Sarah. Know what ruins a party? Bees. I know a man who teaches how to jar them safe but angry. Stingy, no good for honey, but great for throwing. Here somewhere south. Sarah has scribbled a jar of bees hitting someone in the face, also a butt. She's like, I don't know what it is, but I like her. Cullen says it's too large of an area to cover. Bounty hunters are a simpler bet. Liliana says if he's peddling them to fight forces, my people will find the trail. And Josephine, I can send runners among the bands. If this weapon can help, it will be found. Well, let's just go bounty hunters. We have received weapon plans and located an apiary to supply us. When the idea was presented, the beekeeper tented his fingers and sneered, of course, quite disturbingly. Jar of bees grenade recipe? Okay. That will be interesting. Well, that is all done, and it looks like Vivienne is right over here, but like I said, I don't want to talk to her just yet. And I don't want to talk to Sarah just yet, but there's a quest person out here. Krem?
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Identify yourself. Why don't you just give me the message? Oh, no, it's a question. Let's ask the question first.
Who are you, soldier?
Cremisius Aclasi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Orlais and Navarra. We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
Well, I have questions. Tell me of your company.
What can your Bulls Chargers offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references. You lead a company yourself, right? So you know talk is cheap. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Okay. So I picked up an amulet of power referring to Iron Bull, so this makes more sense now, because I'm like, what's an Iron Bull? So tell me about your leader.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull? He's a Canary like you. He's big, he's got the horns and all of it. He leads from the front. He pays well and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
I like how Krem was like, he's got big horns and I don't have horns. Because when I was making Theron's character, I thought the horns were cool, but then I was like, how do you sleep? Like, if you want to lay down in bed, your horns are in the way, and wouldn't that cramp your neck or something? So that's why Theron doesn't have any horns, because he likes to sleep on his back and he likes to be comfortable, okay? Why give us this message?
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
Well, I'm not in a position to turn away help, I don't think.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
This Iron Bull. Okay, Captain of the Chargers. I think that was under, yep. So I've got two more, looks like, I'm guessing, companion quest. A Canary warrior known as the Iron Bull is offering aid for the Inquisition from his mercenary company, the Bulls Chargers. Meet the Iron Bull at the Storm Coast. I really want to do that, but I haven't opened at the Storm Coast yet. And I want to go back to the Hinterlands. I know I got at least one message as of this video that don't spend forever in the Hinterlands, get out of there as soon as possible, but I want to go back there for a little bit.
Even the Templars have left the Chantry now. What's going to happen?
The Chantry doesn't know what it's doing any longer. Listen to Jesika Pentagast. She'll find a way to seal that breach. And when she does, The Chantry will have to admit we were right.
Okay, so after that little chit-chattiness, I do want to do what I said I was going to do, which was go back to the Hinterlands. There's not a travel button. View? Oh, I can pick where I want to travel to. Okay, so Lone Warren's there, but I want to try to work. I want to try to work up here a little bit, which was where the housemaster was. So that was my whole point of going back up to the farms. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna bring Sarah, and I'm gonna bring Cassandra, and I'm bring Vivienne, because I have one of each then, and that should work out theoretically. And here we are back out in the Hinterlands. So I did want to work on some of these quests that I already have. Like, there's this one, the failure to deliver. Then there was this one down here with the housemaster. So let's actually go do the housemaster first, because that was kind of the whole point of coming in this direction. And see...
Nothing to report, sir.
All right, well, let's go talk to... What's his name? Dennet. It's on my screen. I just look at my screen. Let's go talk to Dennet and see how much other stuff we can get through today. There's a... Before we go over there, I want to go over here. There is a house with things in it, maybe. A house with things. Lots of things. A mosaic piece for reasons. The Tevinter Imperium. There's a quest. My mini-map tells them where to go. A heartfelt request. Lost prize winning Druffalo Druffy. Ran when demons attacked. Last seen down in the gully. Reward if found and returned to Farmstead. A note posted on a public board with a simple map showing the general location of the Druffalo and where to return her. Okay. Well, we can do that. Wait, how can I get into this farm? Okay, well, we can go through here, it looks like. There's a locked door. That's...
This must be Master Dennet.
Yes, that would be my guess as well. But on our way, let's loot and talk to people. Come on. Come on. It's right there. I'm pushing the button.
Speak to the Master if you have business here.
Ron. Okay. And this is the locked door, Sarah. Oh, I need a perk. Deft hand find tools. What? Do I have to go back and get specific perks for... Oh, there's something here.
We should look around.
Yeah, we should. But there's people. And elf fruit.
You'll be wanting to speak with my husband.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen a perk like that in the rogues tree, so it must be somewhere else. I don't know where, but... Alright, let's quick save, and
So you're the Inquisition, eh? Here you're trying to bring order back. It's high time someone did. Never thought it'd be one of you big brutes, though. Name's Dennet. I served Arleman for 30 years as housemaster. I hear your Inquisition is looking for mounts.
And you haven't helped. You need to help us. Okay. We're just gonna go with yes, that's right.
It is. Can you help us?
Not at the moment. I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter. Every bandit between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
Okay. Do you have a problem with me?
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? I've got no quarrel with the Canary. No idea how you ride without your feet dragging on the ground. But that's between you and the mount. My wife Elena manages the farms and Bron's in charge of my guards. They'll tell you what they need. Until then, you deserve something better than whatever knock-kneed plough-egg they gave you. The chestnut over there is a purebred Ferelden forder. Take care of him, and he'll take care of you, Inquisition.
Did I just get a horse? Mount the horse at the stables. New operation available. Okay, hang on. I need to talk to people. Hang on, I want to talk to him first.
Good to see you, Inquisition.
Well, tell me about your wife.
You said your wife, Elena, is in charge of the farms?
Yes. A lot of families work our land. They work for us and we take care of them. Elena knows the farms better than I do. Knows what they need. I imagine not being killed by anything would be a start, though.
And can you tell me about, can you help the refugees?
The refugees down at the crossroads could use your help.
Right now, any food I give those luckless bastards might as well go to the rebel mages or bandits. Talk to my man Bron. He'll tell you what those folks need to protect themselves. Once that's done, I'll give as I can. I've no problem with charity, long as it's not wasted.
Tell me about the area.
What can you tell me about the wilderness around here?
Got some old ruins in the forest, from long before any king of Ferelden. The lakes are pretty, though when the weather's odd, you hear tell of spirits. Beyond that, my daughter Sienna set up a track just over there. Fool girl likes to race the horses.
Well, tell me about yourself.
You said you were once Arl Eamon's stablemaster.
Master of the mounts. Fereldans don't appreciate horses like they do in Orlais, but they knew my name in Val Royeaux. My horses took sick less and carried a man longer than any of those fancy prancers they've got. You take care of my people, and I'll make sure your Inquisition is riding right.
Okay, thank you.
Farewell.
Watch yourself, Inquisition. It's ugly out there.
All right. Well, I have new quests. Lots of new quests. Farmland security. Bron believes building a series of watchtowers in the area would warn farmers and refugees of incoming attacks. That makes sense. Housemaster Dennet may be able to provide horses for the Inquisition. He just needs to be convinced. And I apparently have a horse I can ride. In trouble with wolves, Housemaster Dennet's wife, Elena, believes the farmlands are not safe enough for the farmers to return. Ask Elena how to make the farm safe again. Okay. And where the Druffalo roam? Oh, that's the one about the Druffy. Druffy the Druffalo. Sounds like a silly name. Where's it at? Bottles. 29 bottles on the wall. Bottles of Thetis, an Elysian liquor, or Carnal 869 Bliss, an Elysian liquor for the daring or those who wish to seem so, said to enhance sensation. And at the bottom, an erotically carved peach pit. The design is plain, but the bottle assures that the act of carving was scandalous. Okay.
Good to see you, Inquisition.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you right now. I just want to loot your house. Hard in Hightown, Chapter 1. Do I get these? Oh, good, I have a codex entry on it. Oh, can I read the whole book? Donnan. Instead of Donnick. Donnan. Can I, like, collect them all and Free March's banner. A banner from Kirkwall. Okay. Sure. Why not? Do I get, like, to get all the chapters of his book? Because that would be so cool. All right, let's go out here and talk to his missus first. Elena.
I heard what my man said. If you want our horses, then we need our farmers back safe in their fields. Since the breach appeared, the wolves have gone mad. They come after our men like beasts with the water sickness. You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
Well, tell me about these wolves.
How are these wolves acting differently from normal?
Normal wolves go after livestock, but come at them with a torch and a blade and they run. These beasts, though, it's like darkspawn during the Blight, or when the dead rose to attack us. They're possessed, or something like it. I've lost too many men to the beasts. I won't endanger more.
Okay, bye.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
Deal with the wolves, obviously. I mean, was there going to be another thing to go do? And wasn't Bron the one in the house right here? Okay.
The Master doesn't want me handing those refugees weapons until they've got any hope of defending themselves. If you put up a few watchtowers, we'd all have more warning before the next attack.
Well, what do you want me to do?
You said you had a way to help the refugees.
I do. There are too many hills in these parts, good places for raiders and bandits to gather. I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the Master and get your people weapons.
Farewell.
All right, so let me look at this real fast. So let me highlight farmland security. And so it's in those 3 places. And then the other one, Trouble with Wolves, is over there. So I'd like to do, I think what I have an idea of what I'd like to do when it comes to exploring and doing quests, but let me go over here first and talk to, or actually not talk to, pick up my horse. But there is someone to talk to. How convenient. I can ride a horse! Ship to gallop. What? Look at this! I can ride a horse! This is so cool!
Whoa.
Whoa, that is gonna get taken some getting used to. But like, can I loot stuff from here? Can I fight from here? I don't want to fight from here. That's gonna be a problem. Alright, let me talk to Sienna and then we'll wrap things up.
Fancy trying out one of my courses?
Maybe? Can you explain these races?
What kind of racing are you talking about?
I set up a course over there with stakes in the ground. It's too narrow to race directly, so I time it with a sandglass. You try to ride the course before I call time.
Sure, why not?
I'll try one of your courses.
Wonderful. Get your horse and I'll set up the stakes. You make time, I'll throw in some of the dress money Father gave me. Consider it a donation to the Inquisition.
Oh, a new quest in the saddle. Hang on. Drop down menus. A wealthy young landowner's daughter, Sienna, has built a course for racing horses. Complete Sienna's first race. Well, I will do that, but I probably, well, not probably, I'm going to definitely do that tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll work on that. Probably wander around in this area and work on some quests, and then, I don't know, we'll go from there. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Dragon Age Inquisition video.